lunch. Delicious, nutritious, healthy. A bowl of this, you could climb Mount Everest. I promise you. Popcorn is the greatest lunch of all time. And moderately easy to make. I have trouble with it sometimes, but you know what? All right, what's going on in the world right now? First of all, I'm back. It's been a while. So much for posting every other day. Bye-bye to that idea. But you know what? You also got to get return on your investment in life. If you're not getting that return, you pivot. Pivot, 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 pivot. That's what they tell you in business, pivot. Those who pivot, they're the champions? I don't know. Although here's the irony with this. You go to the library, how-to books, the sun's coming out. We got a beautiful day today. It's been beautiful weather, but today we got beautiful blue sky with nice puffy clouds, so they're going to be wafting by. So this video is going to get light and dark and light and dark. Not my fault. Besides, there's no return on my investment to make it perfect. Now, let's go back to this return on investment thing. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Here's an irony, little irony in life that I've noticed in my short, sweet little life. You go to the library, get one business book, and it's going to say you get your idea, you have your $1 million idea, and you spend 30 years making it happen. Cool. The next book right beside it, it's going to say, you know, you spend 2 years on your idea, you go on to your next one. If you have $1 million idea, you're going to have another $1 million idea. So who knows what the fuck you do in this world. You get lucky. You get lucky, or you'd be like Donald Trump and you have a father who gives him $400 million. What else is going on? So the last time we talked, I had borrowed this wonderful little contraption from a friend. GoPro 10, a remarkable little thing. I wanted to test it out to see how good it compares to my Osmo stabilized footage. It's pretty good. Probably the Osmo on its best day, the Osmo's better, but this is pretty darn good for this machine. Problem with the Osmo is it's automatic. You got the automatic stabilizer. And the good thing about it, it's automatic. The bad thing about it, it's automatic. Good thing is that you don't have to think. I can do other things. I can walk around and do other stuff. The bad thing is that if it doesn't quite go back right, if it doesn't quite, level the horizon, you're walking around like this for 5 minutes. And I kind of hate that. Anyways, this is a remarkable little thing. I initially used it for, motion stuff, driving in a car, other things, which it works pretty well at. But then there was one day where I found there's a time lapse feature on here. So I just set it up, fired off a time lapse to see what it looked like, and I was actually stunned by what came out of here. The complete time lapse comes out of here. Beautiful time lapse, like beautiful time lapse. So then what I did was I had this old panning device. See, first of all, I used to do lots of time lapses. I used to do world-class time lapses back in the olden days, like 2012. 2008 to 2012, I was the time-lapse maniac. No one could touch my time lapses. I'll put some examples right here. I would do flowers, blooming flowers. Mwah. I would do cityscapes. Mwah. Beautiful. Bike around with thousands of dollars of equipment in my backpack and go out and make something. And I made it well, kids. I made it well. Anyways, I stopped because iPhones came along, kind of erased any potential market now that everybody could do it with their phone. Didn't necessarily erase the market for the high-end stuff, but it certainly, in people's eyes, it decreased the worth of the stuff I made. Thank you, technology. Anyways, but what I did have back in the day, I had bought this thing, which is a panning head. So you put the camera on it, you start it up, and it turns this way so you get this nice sweep. More interesting, more visually interesting panorama. So I started using this on this. It made beautiful stuff, but it's still kind of static. It still doesn't have a nice flow to it. So then I looked online, found another one. I paid like $150 for this 8 years ago. Found another one for $40. First I got in my head, what if I put two together? Found another one for 40 bucks. Now, I have this one to pan this way. I have this one to pan up and down. So I get these nice sweeps. Ooh, la la. And this little guy fits right here. And it is like, dude, you know, it's this light little unit, motorized unit. Makes beautiful panorama, not perfect, but beautiful panoramas. Visually interesting with the panning, with the motion involved, and that's what I've been doing for the last little while, and maybe my summer project this year. Anyhow, I'm sure all of you were very concerned. I'm still alive, moderately well, alive and kicking, keeping busy. Damn, it's beautiful. Still playing lots of guitar. That's my passion. That's where my heart lies. Anyways, I have compiled a bunch of clips of my time-lapse stuff made with these three things. These three things, man. These three things. It's like together $600 of stuff. All this was made with like $600. It blows my mind. It blows my mind how cheap technology is these days. Have I mentioned that? Do I mention that too often? Probably. Anyways, I'll see you guys when I see you. Please enjoy the video.